The first time I ever met Al Neuharth was at during a luncheon he had where he invited the Al Neuharth scholars to come, and I just remember he was really very very fond of the students. Kind of asked us questions. He had kind of notes on each of us of what we liked. And I remember the first time I met him, I'd written on my application that I really liked coffee for some reason, and so the first thing he ever did for me was he came over with like a big like pitcher or whatever of coffee, and poured me a cup. And it's like, I know you like this stuff. Here's some coffee. So that was my first impression of Al Neuharth.
When I think of Al Neuharth, I think of all the opportunities that I had to come and talk with him at USD for our Neuharth Day. He always made it a priority to talk to each and every one of us as Neuharth scholars and everyone else who came to the program, which meant a lot. Knowing somebody so profound and innovative as Al Neuharth, taking the time to talk to students who he cared about. When I look back on him, it's going to be such an honor to have the scholarship in his name, and it's something that I'm really going to cherish for the rest of my life. Just all the things that he's done for media, and it just makes me really proud to be going into this field, following him, and hopefully making him proud as we go on throughout our lives.
I came to USD pretty much aware of Al's influence on the national media in general and really the university in general as well. And I think I can say this on behalf of everyone, either in the Volante or in the journalism department, that without Al, we probably wouldn't be here right now. Be here as journalists and just be here at the University of South Dakota. He paved the way for so many people, so many generations of journalists, and it's really an honor to be at a university where he is the symbol of something like that.
Al Neuharth was extremely important to the University of South Dakota for me personally because he helped fund my dreams to be a journalist, and he was just completely down to earth with students that he met on campus, coming to the Neuharth Awards every year, and he just presented students with a real, tangible experience so we could see what we could become.
I've only met Al a couple of times during the Al Neuharth days every year on campus, but something that really struck me every time I did meet him was how much he really cared for the students and about, ensuring the future of journalism. He was never, in private conversations with students or with myself, he would never talk himself up or talk about, his achievements. He would ask us about what we were doing. He'd ask us about what our plans were, or what, we thought about what was going on in the world of journalism or what was going on in current events. And that always just really struck me because it just showed how much he cared, not that his name was the name of our scholarship or his name was the name of our building or, whoever was receiving the award that year. He cared about the students that were here, that were learning to be journalists, that were learning to go out into the world and be a part of the media world. And I just always appreciated that, and he was a great mentor and a great person to look up to for everybody.
I will always be very grateful and appreciative for getting to meet Al every year during D-Days when he would come for the Neuharth celebration. I always enjoyed hearing all of his stories about either the person receiving the awards or his experiences, starting USA Today or in the journalism industry. And it's something I will always cherish, and it's, I think, helped me grow as a journalist, hearing those different experiences throughout the years.
My first memory of Al Neuharth is I was sitting at the Free Spirit Convention, and this guy walks in, and the first thing we noticed about him were these red shoes. And every time I'd see him, I'd look for the red shoes. It was just kind of a silly little thing that I thought, it takes a really confident man to be able to pull off, those red shoes. Especially, he had a lot of things that happened. Sodak Sports failed, and he tried being radio broadcaster for sports, and that didn't work out too. But he was the type of guy where he didn't let those two failures define him. Instead, he used it to build and create an amazing legacy.
Al was an inspiration to us, and I know that we all looked up to him, and he was just a great person.
Al was very influential as far as just bringing me to the University of South Dakota. Not necessarily him personally, but his legacy really inspired me to come here because I saw what he did while he was here and how he grew into the person that he was and into the media mogul kind of that he was. And that really inspired me because I felt like a path had been established, and I felt like this university and the programs that he's helped supported over the years would give me the opportunity to do the same. So I really look at him as the way he was a trailblazer for journalism, and specifically print journalism, just as an inspiration and a source of my passion for journalism, and really influenced the reason why I came here. And he will be truly, truly missed. Specifically, next fall will be really when it'll start to hit home that we have do a Neuharth Award ceremony without him. So.
Al Neuharth meant something to me because he's the reason that I get to go to school here. He's one of the reasons that I'm pursuing journalism here, and he's one of the reasons that I'll continue to pursue journalism in my future life.
I guess one of my fondest memories I have of Mr. Neuharth is in one of my first weeks of being editor-in-chief, I had written a letter from the editor just sort of introducing myself to the school and talking about what I was hoping the newspaper could be. And he must have really liked my letter, and he actually sent me a letter from himself just telling me that he liked what I had written, telling me good luck, and that he thought I would do a good job. And that just felt really good to me, that he would take this time to write me, that he would even take the time to read the newspaper or the Volante, and it meant a lot for him to send that, and I really kind of strived to live up to sort of his expectations of me. It just meant a lot to have him here at the university. He was this big media giant who never forgot where he came from, and that meant a lot to a lot of people here, and he'll never be forgotten.
I think as a young journalist, having his name, at our school, and knowing that he's worked the Volante, that he was editor of the Volante, for me, it's just it pushes me to know that I can succeed in this business. I've seen people succeed in this business, and it's really it's a testament to the work he's done to really kind of push the boundaries, and especially with women and minorities in the media.